Hey Kiara, this is soraskeyblade. I'm making this video because there's a lot of information in the shareholder meeting and it all happens really fast, really quickly. So I figured I would just make a video to showcase what it's supposed to look like, because I think that would be the best for you in this case. So when you're doing the shareholders meeting, you want to take a look at the boardroom tab. Now, you have what is called the current approval rating up here at the top left. 35% is what I've got currently. You want to keep it above 50%, but we want more than that. The shareholders meeting is extremely important because you want to hit 100% approval rating every single time so that you can get better share positioning. It's very confusing. I'll ask you to just focus on just beating every single person in the shareholders meeting. Forget about net worth in the top left or current period sales to date. Just forget about it. What you can work with is managing the employees. So you want to make sure that they're all happy before you go into the shareholders meeting. So anybody that's neutral in their mood, just go ahead and just give them a quick bonus. Right now, I had 5%, and when I'm done giving every single employee that's neutral or worse a bonus, it should at least be neutral or better. So just go through, get him. This will all become second nature eventually once you get used to how this game works. It's just so confusing. I would not blame you at all for getting extremely frustrated. So I gave everybody a bonus. Everybody is at least in the green except for one person, and the approval bonus negative was -5%, and it went all the way up to 10%. So now we're at 50%. So when you want to choose who you send in to do the shareholders meeting, there's a couple things you need to consider. One, you need to have one of every single color. Thankfully, it runs off of Pokemon rules. So you have blue, red, and green. You have blue that beats red, you have red that beats green, and green that beats blue. Or water beats fire, fire beats grass, and then grass beats water. What you're looking for is the shareholder meeting stats. So looking at Ikari here, he has 429 charisma, 124 tenacity, and his cost is 5. So completely ignore tenacity. I'm not even going to tell you what it does. What you're looking for is the best employees that have the highest charisma with the lowest cost. Ikari here is your key to victory. I'll show you where you can find him later in the Google document, but he has the highest attack for the lowest cost. Then I've got Hidemi here, who has 287, but she costs 10. That's not exactly great. I've got Fire here. He's got 324 charisma, but he only has 8 command cost. And then another guy here who has 418 charisma, but 6 command cost. So once you've set up the best team that you've got with the highest charisma and the lowest command costs, and then you have all 3 types, you go into the shareholder meeting.
Consider the shareholders handled.
start with the financial report. President Cup.
We'll kick things off.
So it'll show you what exactly happened in the previous property management and all that stuff, and it'll just give you how much support you have initially. This really shouldn't matter all that much. I just manage my employees and just call it good.
Thank you.
So there's a lot going on this screen, like a lot. So I'm gonna explain as much as I can, pausing frequently to explain. At the very bottom is cost. Whenever you want one of your employees to speak up, it will cost, in my case, 55 out of 55, which is why you want characters with low command cost but high charisma. They'll attack, but they won't use up as much command cost. Each character has its own health bar. You don't really need to worry about your employees because you should never be attacked. On the bottom right, you have Ichiban, who has skills. And if you're ever in a pinch, like you have no points and you're about to be attacked by someone, you can press triangle, and then you'll be able to basically attack them for free, and you'll get some command points back. So every single time when you start off a shareholders meeting, you just want to immediately attack someone. So I attacked the guy in the middle. Remember that this runs off of Pokemon rules. His circle was red, so he is a fire type. But whenever a shareholder speaks, they will have a speech bubble that also has a color. It might not necessarily be the color that they have. So he's red, but he just attacked me with a blue text box. So I want to hit him, since he's got water, I'm going to hit him with a green, and that completely destroys it. Then you're free to attack him with whatever other leader you have. In this case, I'm going to use Akari because this person is red. And then his health is down to 0. So, after the initial attack, you always want to attack immediately because you're not gaining anything from it. You want to wait as long as possible. If you look, you'll see around each person's circle, the bar is slowly filling up. And you want to time it so that you're wasting as much time as possible to gain back all of your points in every single instance. So I waited as long as I could before I talked to this guy. And now I'm going to do the same thing here by waiting as long as I can on this text box. So he's got blue, so I'm going to hit him with green. Now, Ikari is so good, I might actually just attack with him, but I also have some red here that I can use to attack. And then he sits down. And then you just keep doing it over and over and over again. Wait, attack. Wait, he's green, so I'm going to attack him with red. I waited as long as possible, and then I just keep attacking. I wait for one of these two to be angry, and then just before the circle fills up, attack. She's attacking me with the green text box. I actually didn't wait that long. So now she's green. She's blue. She's got a blue circle. I would attack her with green, but I waited too long. Blue text box. Attack with green. Now, I was attacking with the green, but Ikari was so good that he actually did better than the one that had the type advantage. Keep going.
Raise your hand if you have a question.
Now, the skills that Ichiban has will slowly fill up over time in the bottom right. Ideally, you want to try and wait until the very end when he has level 3. He'll attack everyone,
My partners in share.
Raise your hand if you
and then they're stunned. And then you're free to attack them whether or not you want to.
That concludes our
You should be able to get every single person
Everybody, this calls
fairly
for
easily
celebration.
through the whole minigame. But as I stress, you'll want Ikari. And I'll explain what I mean and how to get him
Great.
after this video. So I hope this helped. I'll stop it here, and then I'll explain just a little bit more.